What?
Ooh, the advertisement.
What? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the Dumpster Fire. Could be my last show. I have a lottery ticket here for the Mega Millions. This could be the last show I ever do, honestly.
Ooh.
If I win
Sounds
$1.6 billion, I really might live stream me giving fuck yous to the entire world.
Yep. I'll just be sitting here like, sweet, get the popcorn.
Yeah. You gotta play to win though. You play to win the lottery. Have you even played the lottery?
Herm. Once or twice. Not
you're not
really a lottery guy.
So you didn't buy a ticket for $1.6 billion. The upside risk is so much greater than the downside for $2, right?
Isn't there a better chance of being struck by lightning?
You have a better chance of literally anything than winning the lottery. The odds are 1 in 300 million, and I'll tell you, 1 in 10 odds is terrible if you ask me. So,
well, knowing me, 1 in 10, I'll fuck that shit up.
Right.
I'll fuck it up.
You usually have a 50-50 shot at something like the World Series, and you always fuck that up. So.
Oh no shit. Well, I got last year right. Just saying.
You kind of backed into that, but I'll give you credit for it. You got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Bald, ugly.
Yeah, I know. Blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again, right?
Yes.
Like taking the short bus every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a mega show tonight. We're talking about the World Series, which I think is on right now. Is it not?
Yep. Boston's up 2-1.
2-1 already. Hold on, I got to turn this on. Not on the TV. Not in the background. I got to turn it on a different window. Don't want to get suspended again for that shit. Let me turn this music off. Or it's a shame because I like that music a lot. It's just I can't.
Oh yeah. It's too loud. You can't think.
Yeah. It's like driving, you can't drive with the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Which channel is this on? Is it on TBS, Fox?
I think Fox.
Yeah, because Joe Buck has got a call. We'll see you tomorrow
Joe Buck.
night.
Yeah, but his low energy broadcasting.
Yes, good play from Joe Buck. All right, 2018 World Series. We got.
And that ball is gone.
Yeah, he's dead inside. He's Joe fucking Buck. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Down the line, foul. I like, Joe Morgan was another guy that caught a lot of shit when he was a broadcaster.
Joe Morgan, I think, is more of a color commentator, right?
Yeah, actually, John Miller did the play-by-play, and then Joe Morgan did the color, but he'd always be like, well, you see here, this is how, he had that southern accent that and he'd always try to explain something technically, and I'd always just be like, yeah, they really dumbed it down for this. All right, video quality still really low. Bullshit.
Yep.
Tony Gwynn was my favorite.
Suicide play going, and you got runners at first and third for Boston.
Oh, wow, you're way ahead of me. I shouldn't even watch this.
Kershaw.
I'm still showing runner on first with 1 out, and Kershaw just struck out.
He struck out. I'm a little further ahead. Sandy Leon just got a base hit.
You have,
and I'm probably behind on the main screen too.
Yeah, but you're behind on my screen, but everyone's lagging like a motherfucker. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh yeah. See, it's probably YouTube. It's probably
YouTube can't ingest all the data all at once. Its asshole is not big enough for this dumpster fire pipe coming right up in it. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, never.
That's right.
BS.
That's right. All right, so it's not even worth me watching this fucking World Series because you're gonna tell me what's gonna happen 2 minutes before it happens. I don't get it.
Well, I could give you like a link or something, but that's really about it.
No. For some reason, my stream, no matter what the media is, it's always behind unless you have something that is getting the feed like directly with no delay. But
yeah, I mean, I'm still on a delay too, technically, from like the real feed.
Yeah, but you're still faster. Than
It's like
me.
It's like a pitch behind like the regular feed.
Yeah.
So even then, I'm still behind.
All right, well, let's talk about this World Series. The Sox are up 2-1, you say?
Yep.
Actually, you know what is an instant feed is the internet updates. I like I think that this is a bad matchup for the Dodgers, honestly. I think
Well, the Dodgers are outmatched. The problem is the Dodgers have been like doing a lot of they've had an easy road to the World Series. The Brewers were their toughest test, and even then, they still just outmuscled.
yeah, all they had to do was get past the Brewers starters. When you card out Gio Gonzalez as like a legitimate starter, you're not going to win a postseason.
Yeah,
series.
your best starter was Wade Miley, just finding some picks.
Yeah,
That was really your best option. And then what else? You have Woodruff and Julie Chassin.
Yeah,
Chase Anderson.
They had
best option was a double play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. So who just hit into a double play? So you're rooting for the Dodgers. Is that what's going on here?
Yep.
Yep. Yep. I like it when I try to say something and then it cuts out and it was a poignant question. Are you rooting for the Dodgers?
I'm not. I'm rooting for the Nuke.
Oh, but it's not going to happen. Some team has to win this. It was just like last
bullshit. It's like Red Sox Yankees. I want the Nuke. God damn it!
Give me the Nuke. Now, if I
it's
have
kind of
to
like
choose,
it's like Eagles Patriots Super Bowl. It's like I hate both of them. Can they both lose?
Yeah, you know what's unfortunate is all the insufferable Patriots fans are also Red Sox fans. There's no you don't just switch over oh yeah, I know this guy's Ted. He's a Patriot fan, but I don't mind him as much, when he roots for the Red Sox. It doesn't work that way. Ted's an asshole both times,
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Dodger of Zion started off the Snapchats, 750. Getting the Snapchat started. Thoughts on this garbage heap going to 7? I don't think it's going to go 7.
I'd say 6, 5, 6.
5, 6
I don't
games.
think 7.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers have a much better chance to lose than the Red Sox. I think this is going to be a short series, unfortunately. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know smack. I'm sorry. I'm smelling something really funny in my house.
Well, you're talking to the guy who mistook Kyle Seager with Corey Seager, so you're in the same boat as me.
Can y'all hold on 1 second? I need to check something out. You carry the show, all right? Talk about which Seager you fucked up for 1 second.
Well, I mean, I can also talk about the legend of Carlos Ramirez. I can also talk about that too. And speaking of which, we got another Snapchat from James Amadei. I probably butchered that name. I'm sorry, brother. What up with the Cowboys? Problem is, what happens with the Cowboys is a team that doesn't really have any talent. Most of their talent's injured. They don't really have a quarterback. And they are mediocre as all hell. And they are pretending that they are legitimate playoff contenders. That is the problem with the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, we can even say a first-round pick for Amari Cooper. Somebody's fucking desperado. And yeah, I laughed for about 5 minutes straight because Amari Cooper isn't really going to do anything in Dallas. He doesn't have a quarterback. You think Dak Prescott's going to do any better than Derek Carr? Their issue wasn't really a wide receiver. Their issue is that they don't have a legitimate guy that can throw the rock. Dak Prescott's good with his feet. That's really about it. And you could say that Dallas is they're really pushing for 8-8. And if they're lucky, 9-7. If you look at their statistics, there is no percentage of increase in playoff probability now that they got Amari Cooper. Because look at the last few wide receivers they got for a first-round pick. Roy Williams, Joey Galloway. Both fucking trash, with Dallas at least.
Yeah, they were both pretty bad. I don't like that trade. I like how Jason Witten thinks that the Cowboys won that trade. That's the funniest part.
Well, Jason Witten also thinks that he's he pretends he's a color commentator on the level of Tony Romo, and ESPN keeps trotting him out there.
You know who would do better as on the Monday night broadcast? Do you know who would do better?
No, Jason Garrett's not Jeff Fisher 2.0 because Jeff Fisher actually reached the Super Bowl. Jason Garrett hasn't done dick.
1 yard short. No, I'm saying, you know who would be a better broadcast team than the Monday Night Crew?
Who would that be?
Anybody off the street. Just, hey, you're homeless begging for change. Would you like to do a Monday night
You can get
broadcast?
some like Yinzer, and then there's Booger with his like television cam, like right,
Right.
like blocking views from the stadium. It's like,
I hope
no.
that there's a night where Booger's in that thing and it's raining, just profuse, like awful rain, like sideways rain, and he just can't do it from there. Or they have some Pope level bubble car on the side. That would be great.
Well, what they really need is like a M4 Abrams tank, and every time somebody scores a touchdown, they fire him out of a cannon.
Yes. Yes. Or fire a depleted uranium round, like just into a random building in the city. That would be funny.
Exactly.
No, I want to see. You know what's hilarious to me is that Pope car that they had. That was like this big glass cube triangle. It's like you work your whole life to become the Pope, and they put you on a golf cart with a fucking glass genie cube on top of it, and show you off to the masses like you're a fucking freak show. And they're
Exactly.
and you're just like, oh, I had no idea this was part of being holy. Was people looking at me. James Amadei, will Jason Garrett get fired? Yeah, if they don't make the playoffs, I think this is the put up or shut up year. And
I completely disagree with you. I'm gotta be the dissenting opinion, like first take, everyone takes like a different side. I disagree with mainly because Jason Garrett is a puppet, and Jerry Jones, what he wants are puppets. Jason, as I said a couple weeks ago, the heat death of the earth could exist. We would be nothing. We would all burn to death, and that we would still get transmissions to alien galaxies that Jason Garrett is still head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
yeah,
That's what's going to happen.
yeah, but you look at when
Jason Garrett has roughly the job security of a Supreme Court justice.
he's gonna die as
Like what we
coach
really
of
should
the
be
Cowboys.
asking is who's going to leave their job first. Jason Garrett, Mike Tomlin, or Bill Belichick? And that answer is probably Bill Belichick.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So KTO, and I'm letting the hat out of the bag. A little cat hat. I just did a Witten. I did a Wittenism. I let the hat out of the bag.
You would.
We're working on a little video for Belichick. He has one thing left to prove. Belichick does, and that's can he win without Brady? And that's the last thing on his checklist. And if for the rest of his career, if he retires without Brady, all anyone's going to say is he won shit without Brady. He's got to hang around probably 2 years after Brady retires and win a division and just be like, see, it's my system. Like that's the ultimate fuck you to Brady is if Belichick sticks around after he retires and wins a couple more divisions or wins a Super Bowl.
How old is Belichick? Is he like nearly 70 now, right?
Let's
65, 70?
Let's look that up. We have every piece of information. Billy
It
Belichick.
depends how long he really wants to go. That's the question.
Yeah, I could see him retiring because he's burnt out, but he loves football, dude.
He's so detail oriented. He's the kind of guy that he might be one of those guys that just dies like right after.
Dude, Buddy Bryant, right?
Yeah, like Bear Bryant or Joe Pa. Like they retire and then fall down because they have nothing else to do.
Right. He's 66.
He might be one of those guys.
He's 66. Tom Coughlin coached into his 70s. I think he's got 6 more years of coaching, and 3 of those years will not have Tom Brady. Maybe even all 6 of them. It's possible. Who knows?
I think Brady goes at least another season or two, though.
Yeah.
Brady's the kind of guy that he's not going to retire even if his body says to. He's too much of a competitor where that he's going to have like a terrible season or two just because he wants to still prove he's the best.
He's got to realize.
It's kind of the same thing with a lot of quarterbacks,
Right.
like Peyton Manning. I could see Roethlisberger being like that. Aaron Rodgers, I could see being like that.
I think
like
that
so
Brady,
many examples through the book, like
Right.
people like that, where they have like this really like awful season or two, and they don't know when to hang it up. I think Eli might be experiencing that right now.
Yeah, the thing is like those quarterbacks have the mentality of not knowing or finding out way too late that they're too old. And that's what Manning's found out. Like Eli has figured out, oh shit. It's not that he's just old too. He's got nothing in front of him to protect him, and it's a toxic combination of poor play and a aging quarterback that cannot extend plays and has no arm strength. Like Father Time is a motherfucker. The guy's
Father
a
Time
fucking dick.
is undefeated.
Yep. And he comes though.
It may take a while, but he is undefeated.
Right. And he don't tell you, hey, I'm going to come at you at week 5 of your, 18th NFL season. Nah, Father Time's like,
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Dodgers tied it.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Father Time just shows up on your doorstep like your fucking kid coming back from school is like, yo, I dropped out. I'm also hooked on drugs. And I wrecked your car. That's how Father Time shows up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jacob Lewis, great question. Why hasn't his older brother Marvin Lewis gotten fired? I don't know. That's another one. I guess if Jason Garrett's never going to get fired, Marvin Lewis should not get fired.
Dude, Marvin Lewis will stay there as long as Mike Brown's there. I mean, they're turning back to irrelevance, unfortunately, and it's they had to win against Pittsburgh, and it showed a completely different class of football when the Chiefs and the Bengals are like two completely different tiers. And the Chiefs made them look like they were playing fucking Toledo or Akron. Like, they were bad.
The Chiefs unzipped their pants. Yeah, the Chiefs unzipped their pants and just laid their nuts right on their forehead, like 2 balls right here. Just salty nuts. And the
Bengals, it's just like lay him right here, teabag that motherfucker.
That's right.
And then there's Marvin Lewis just doing like that shocked face when it's 31-7. It's like, what?
I can't even do.
Last week was a good week for memes. You got him, good. Justin Tucker, Baker Mayfield.
Justin Tucker, his eyes, he was like, oh fuck, how did I miss that fucking field goal? I don't miss.
No, what happened was it was like such a weird thing. It was like, like the AI like cheesing you. And it's just like here's a field goal, whoop, and it's just going to go completely a different way.
Right. He lagged during this kick, and he was like, fuck.
And like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. That shit never happened.
I'd be the same way.
Yeah, I don't, dude. On an extra point, I hate the 35-yard extra point shit. Like, it used to be just a gimme, but.
Well, I mean, I get why they did it because it was too much of a gimme, but
they want to make things interesting.
NFL won't change it.
Yeah, well, they love it now. They're like, we want more games to come down to bullshit so that's fucking.
Well, they're manufacturing a lot of stuff. I mean, Dallas, Washington was kind of the same example. Mm-hmm. As much as I don't feel bad for the Cowboys, I mean, it was kind of a sketchy call.
Yeah. Yeah, it was which one?
It was like the first field goal, and like they apparently had a snap infraction.
Oh,
something like that.
Oh wow, you really watched? I watched most of that game. I don't remember that play.
Yeah, it was like just before. The biggest issue there was probably Dak Prescott fumbling in his own goddamn end zone. That's what cost him the game. But it's bullshit. But I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, Dallas got robbed." It's like, no, you don't want to win a game. Beat mediocrity known as Washington. Don't fumble in your own fucking end zone.
I don't understand how
That's your problem.
If I were a Cowboys fan, I would be so frustrated with Dak because he's the right-handed Michael Vick, where he has games where he gives you a lot of hope and he throws dots, and then there's other games where he moves his feet well and doesn't throw it all, and then there's games where he's just total garbage. Like,
let's say a poor man's Michael Vick, because Michael Vick had more talent than Prescott. Well, Prescott is skilled, but Michael Vick, when he ran the ball, he was fucking electrified.
I'm talking about his inconsistency. No. I mean, yeah, Michael Vick is way more talented than Dak Prescott, but they seem to have the same level of inconsistency. When I'm saying that, like, 1 week Dak is wowing you, and the next week he's just total garbage. Like, I don't get it, man. Like, it seems like, and this is a great question from David Benjamin, is Pat Mahomes the next Tom Brady? It seems like Mahomes is sensational even when they lost, right? Like, he is always amazing.
Mahomes has been a revelation.
Yeah.
Like, he's been a beast.
Just like
I don't know if it'll convert to playoff time, but he's been a beast.
Yeah. But I'm saying he's always amazing on 7 games, but he has not given you any indication that he plans on slowing down. Like, he just looks really good. Like, and they're blocking for him. He's using the run. He's using his feet. He's throwing dots. Like, dude's a beast, unfortunately. Well, I wouldn't say
you also have to
unfortunately.
give credit to, like the development of Tyreek Hill into a more complete wide receiver, Travis Kelce being one of the best tight ends in the game. I mean, I figured Kansas City would have these explosive offenses, but I figured it'd be a lot more inconsistent. I figured he'd have these bump games he's had, but then they just fall off a cliff certain days.
Yeah,
That's what I thought the Chiefs would do.
I picked Chiefs to win the division. I got to get some credit there. So
I still say Chargers, and it's still possible.
Under what math scenario? Like me doing math in the 5th grade, asking to prove some equation? Like, no, I don't. I don't see how the chart. What are the standings here? Hold on. Let's.
I know Chargers are 5-2, Chiefs in 6-1,
actually,
so it's very close.
Yeah.
Although I think the Chiefs won, so they have the tiebreaker right now.
Yeah. No, I mean the Chargers only behind by 1 game. Who do the Chargers have left to play? I mean.
Well, the Chargers,
Seahawks,
they could
Raiders.
very well be 4-3, but the Titans chose to, be fucking idiots.
Yeah, that's right.
But
speaking of idiots, so the Giants suck, but I think Pat Shurmur sucks, or they're tanking.
well, that's what happens when you hire a former coach of the Browns.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
we had McAdurp. I guess the only thing with Shurmur is he just looks more credible as an idiot than McAdoo. Like McAdoo just looked like a doof. But Shurmur is like, oh, I get it. This guy's an idiot, but he looks the part. So we'll just.
He's a professional idiot.
That's right. That's
Peter
right.
Principle, man. The
Like
higher
Dennis-
you go up, the more incompetent you are.
Right, like Dennis Erickson, the old retread coach, right, for Miami and
San
I think
Fran and
49ers.
Oregon.
Yeah, he was a professional idiot. Just like, oh, hey, he's got a square jaw and he's 50. Let's hire him. All right.
Chuck Pagano, he says cliche.
Yeah,
This is good. Let's hire him.
that's right. Professional idiots. Ryan Grigson, let's make him the fucking GM.
No, Gregson just had the look. It's it was like Mamula. Like he has that the physical specimen. He's big and strong. It's like that guy looks like a GM. I'm gonna hire him. And then,
Gregson-
he's a fucking incompetent fucking idiot.
Grigson to me is like, I guess Irsay was like, this dude must do 10 more lines of coke than I do in the morning, and that's how he gets his get up power to go work for 15 hours. That's why Irsay was like, I think that's the kind of guy we need, because Grigson to me looked like he just snorted maybe 10 lines of some high quality shit before he went and did some stats analysis or some shit, All right. We got a couple Snapchats here that have lined up. Who wins the NFC North?
The NFC North. I still go Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some really easy competition over the past couple weeks, but they haven't played down to them like they did against Buffalo. I think they kind of learned their lesson there.
Yeah, they're starting to heat up. They're the only team I
Green
think.
Bay, they're too relying on one guy. The Bears keep shooting themselves in the foot. They should be 6-0, but they're not because they pissed away a lot of victories.
Mm-hmm. Lions fucked up. They should have beat the Cowboys.
Well, Lions are mediocre as shit.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, they strike me as 8-8, 9-7 all the way.
Yeah, they're on pace for that. I think the Vikings have got their shit together. I think Cousins is showing that he's been worth every penny of that money.
For now, yes.
Because
he's giving you the same type of production that Case Keenum gave you last year, and without any the flash in the pan shit.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of questioning that decision at first, but now it's okay, that makes sense.
Well, I think what you see from Keenum really justifies it too, because
it's mediocrity, man. He's just eh.
Speaking of Denver quarterbacks.
Oh, yes. And speaking of Denver quarterbacks, there's a fun one there.
So
paying attention to all this Chad Kelly situation.
Yeah. I'll prep it here.
Fucking hilarious.
So let's go through
you
the
look at him, it's
timeline.
okay, dude's in a cowboy suit.
Mm-hmm.
He just stumbles in this random suburban family's living room, and just sits next to a mother and her son, just mumbling to himself. And then, like, apparently the husband just takes out a vacuum tube and just starts beating him with it.
Like, he's like, hey, get the fuck out of my house.
That's a lol cow.
So the dude must have known it was Chad Kelly, because, like, if you want to hurt somebody, you bust out like a hammer or something, you know? He was like, here, let me just beat on you with this vacuum tube. Like, donk, donk, donk. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's like, what?
You know what's even funnier is that kids nowadays will know exactly what a vacuum tube is. But to me, when I heard vacuum tube, I was like, what? The guy took out a tube from his TV and was hitting him with it? But that's I'm too old. Like, you would know that old TVs had vacuum tubes in them.
Yep.
Like, you're much
in
younger.
the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. But now everyone just knows that this guy ruined his Dyson because Chad Kelly fucking stumbled in his house. And then, so here's the timeline. So he started out the evening out at Von Miller's house, apparently. And they was partying. Like,
probably got too many times.
Yeah. I guess the coach gave him till Wednesday off or something. And,
Wednesday. Yeah.
He was like,
I think you need a little more than Wednesday off. I think you need a permanent break on the unemployment line for that.
Dude, what do they do, though? They can't bring back Paxton Lynch. They can't bring in Colin
Public
Kaepernick.
enemy number one. They aren't bringing him back.
No.
They'd be suicidal if they brought him back.
Chad Kelly is going to get they're going to release a statement. You know, he's been dealing with demons or some shit. He's seeking help, and he'll be starting on fucking Sunday against the Chiefs because he's their best option. Because Case Keenum is shit. He's shit. God damn it. Paxton Lynch. Yeah, Chad Kelly to the Cowboys.
How dare you call Case Keenum shit? Yeah. Like he's such a non-Elway quarterback. You know what I mean? He's like tiny and he overthrows receivers left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's him.
Well, he did draft Tim Tebow, that John Elway character, and then Paxton Lynch, and then Brock Osweiler. Like he is not a good evaluator of talent, but really is anybody?
Well, he might be better than John Gruden. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Remember, look at the few quarterbacks that he's praised. Christian Hackenberg, Nathan Peterman. Did he praise Paxton Lynch?
Yeah.
Carr?
Gruden was all over Sam Bradford in the quarterback camp. Like, he was just like, oh, yeah, that's a big-time play right there. Boom. Spider two wide
banana. Oh, yeah. Mm. It's time to trade for first-round picks. Time to tank.
Yes. I need some more draft picks so I can fuck this team up even more. All right.
They're probably going to draft, like their version of Darius Hayward Bay.
Yes. Yeah. He ran a 4.240, I think, which is impressive when you
he could throw 60 yards from his knee.
Yes.
If only Josh Allen were in the league.
Mm-hmm. Dodger of Zion. What will happen first? Le'Veon Bell actually shows up, or the Eagles' defense stops being trash? Le'Veon.
I'd say the
Eagles. Oh,
probably Eagles. D stop being trash. I don't know if Le'Veon plays a game.
He's willing to forego $16 million.
Well, that's Le'Veon. He doesn't give a shit. It's like, I'm relaxing in Miami.
Don't you think it's a smart move though?
Dude, as well as James Conner's been playing, Le'Veon. I don't give a shit.
Listen to this, though. His agent has got Le'Veon wrapped around his finger. He's like, look, this is what we're going to do. You're going to give up $16 million, and then you're going to sign a guaranteed contract for $80. You know, you're giving up $16 million and you're leg breaking this year and having no money, or $80 million next year because the Cowboys will give you that, or whoever, some dumbass team is going to give you that money.
I still say Bucks or Lions.
Yeah, the Bucks or the Lions are like Le'Veon Bell or even John Gruden. John Gruden.
Yeah, it's like who's Kerryon Johnson? I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, Gruden will
coming home.
He's like, yeah, I freed up all this space by trading Derek Carr and Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack. Now I'm gonna give a running back that's a fucking piece of shit $80 million. Spider 2 wide banana. God damn it. Anime holics.
I love how Oakland went from a potential like borderline Super Bowl contender to like deep in the tank in about a year.
Yeah. They were
Because
12 win season, 12 something, 11 win season, first round bye.
yeah, yeah. Well, like a
Yeah.
couple years ago, like they were the third seed in the NFL, but the
Yeah.
problem was Derek Carr got injured.
Yeah. And then Derek Carr's
You
leg
had your
snapped.
core: Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack.
Could
Like you
you
had some big names. Now all three of them may be gone by next week.
could you imagine if like Pat Mahomes tears his ACL like week 15, how devastating that
I
would
mean,
be?
I think Kansas City would just like cry.
They would
It's
riot.
just like horrible irony.
Yeah. That would be bad. They would probably riot in Kansas City if he tears his ACL on week 15. But that's the NFL. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, like and we can have nothing good in this world.
Ooh, that's a good one,
And then
Olga.
it'll probably be New England against I don't know the Rams in the Super Bowl. And nobody's gonna shut the hell up.
I like this non-Snapchat right here. Rutgers football, a legacy of failure, 150 years in the making. That's true. My dad is an alum of Rutgers, so they've
Poor
always
bastard.
been bad.
Let's
They've always
yeah,
been
we
bad.
need somebody to tap into the New York market for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Rutgers.
Yeah. Rutgers. Yeah. Piscataway, New Jersey. Fuck it.
You were only there for money.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Yeah. They played in the first
The team should
football
be in
game
the
ever.
fucking MAC.
Right. They played in the first football game ever, lost that, and have never won since. Anime holic tops. I'm tired of seeing coaches call not to lose instead of calling to win. Vrabel, though, thought the Titans had a better chance of winning going for 2 instead of going to OT, even though his defense was playing very well. Win the coin toss and get a stop.
Here's my argument against that.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, if you're going to go for 2, you got to put your ball in your hands of your best player, and that best player is Dion Lewis. You don't give it to Marcus Mariota to throw to a bunch of wide receivers that can't catch the fucking ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2 back-to-back horrible play calls. Like, do they not even practice? Like, do they not have a 2-point conversion set? Like, it seemed like they were just being stupid. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, that's just idiocy to me. Oh, so Boston took the lead again, 3-2.
They did get lucky. The play, 2 plays before. I watched that sequence though on the touchdown because they pulled that same shit and they thought they could go back to the well again.
Yeah, like I'm seeing them go for 2. It's like most times you play to fight another day. Tennessee was playing well. It's not like it was just like, oh, you're playing like number like you're not pit against Alabama and you might not have a chance.
Right.
Like Tennessee was playing well against San Diego. I think they might have been able to stop their offense if they got the ball at overtime.
Yeah.
Like don't. I mean, that's just goes against all logic.
They had just
like,
stopped.
To me, if it were like maybe a couple minutes left, maybe I might consider it. But 30 seconds left? Can't just guarantee yourself an onside kick. If you fail, that's what happens in that situation. It's like such a boneheaded, high-risk situation. It's like, okay, I'm going to go jump off a cliff because there's a chance I'll land on a random cloud. You don't do that. You just stay on the ledge.
Yeah. They went no rubber and they picked up some icky. That's what happened.
Oh, they got more than icky. They got the goddamn like a gangrenous infection.
Right.
That's what they got.
They got a non-specific UTI. That's what happened. They got fucked. All right. Steel punch for 2 bones. Lions, low cow. Someday, right? Isn't that video 2 years overdue?
The thing is with like the Lions is you need like a hook. And the problem is they haven't had like a killer hook as of yet. It's like, I mean, the first moment I get a thing for the Lions, they're being hit. But it's like one of those situations where you have to like, okay, I mean, they're just like, oh, they're mediocre. And like, that's really all you can really go on. Like, there's some better teams I want to go on right now. You know, Cardinals, the Raiders are a big one. Probably the Packers, the Seahawks. Like, they're more compelling teams.
Yeah,
Lions just aren't compelling.
You need a Lions like 1-in-15 year to make that.
Yeah, you need like either like everything falls to shit or there's like a hook. You need like that moment that's like, okay, that's why.
Yes. like a 28-3 moment would
Yes.
definitely cement that Lions video. But 8-8 is just like
Like, don't
that's
worry.
like, yeah,
I hope to get to Lions someday, but
right. 8-8 is like picking on the kid everyone picks on. Like you're just
like
being
8-8's it's like, oh, you're there. Like
Mhm.
they're the new Bears. Like you're there. That's really about it.
Yeah.
At least with the Bears, you can go off about the McCaskies.
Yeah.
Now you get like this old lady named like I don't know, like Betty Ford's like long lost sister. And then I'll just make jokes about shitty American cars.
Yep.
That's really about it.
All right, the squid, Chad Kelly gets arrested. The ball is now in Antonio Brown's court. What does that mean?
I really want to see how that balcony shit plays out because apparently they have security footage.
Okay.
So if that ever comes out, it might get even worse.
Oh, hold on. I got to log in. So the Mustard Bus asked what's going on with the fantasy league. And
I think I'm like a game under 500, I want to say. Like I'm kind of paying attention to it.
I have not even logged in a while. Hold on. Let's see here.
Like I try and update my roster. I wasn't able to like in one of the leagues this week because like Melvin Gordon was out and I'm like, fuck. And I didn't have time to do it before, like it was a game time thing at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And that night before I was working till like 3 or like 1:45. It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I haven't been into fantasy this year. I don't know why. I
mean, I've been not really into fantasy. I'm more into just like doing the video shit.
Yeah, I know.
And I think that's what you're into too.
Yeah, I used to, like at this one job I had, I was really into fantasy baseball because every morning around 10 when the coffee would kick in, I would just take a hot dump and I would print out my fantasy stats and like figure out who I was going to take on the waiver wire. But now I don't have that anymore. I can just take a dump and get on Twitter. That's,
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, it must be nice, having your YouTube gerb just sitting around being like, oh,
don't
nice
you have
big
something?
Shit and just like shit post on Twitter.
Don't you have something to say? Don't you have an announcement to make?
Where?
Soon?
No.
No.
Did I cut out?
No, you're good. Apparently,
Good.
I am in 14th place. And let's see who's in first. Mustard Bus. That's why he's bringing attention to this. The fucker's bragging. That's why. Huh? He's 6-1. He thinks he's the goddamn Chiefs of this league. And he's dropping Snapchat dollars to tell everyone about it.
Yeah, he's probably going to go 0-3 Vikings on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Start 6-0 and then lose like 6 of your next 9.
What was it? The 98 Saints started out 5-0, missed the playoffs. That was hilarious too.
I think
wow.
Like 15 Falcons.
Which one are you?
Playoffs.
Are you Where's Sports Ball? Is that you? Is that your team?
I don't know. No, Where's Sports Ball is me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
I was asking. But you're doing well. You're 5-2. So you're accidentally doing okay. Yeah.
Like, I mean, like one of those leagues I have James Conner that I picked up in one of the 20-team leagues, and it's like, damn.
I can't believe I'm 3-4. I haven't even set my lineup any of these weeks. Here, let me do that right now. Well, actually, no one's hurt. Well, I got my running back is on bye. Oh, I got to put Joe Mixon in. Why was he on the fucking bench? And I got Pie Face Stafford. All right.
Pie Face.
Meh. All right. So there you go, Mustard Bus. We're paying attention to the league now. Stephen Clacks. I really appreciate watching you guys. By the way, will there be a Milwaukee Brewers a legacy of failure video? They had a good season. So, I mean,
I think they need more. There are a couple other teams that I think deserve it more than the Brewers right now. The Nationals, which I've been like, I haven't been able to work on in a while because a bunch of shit caught up. The Mariners, they're the other one.
You should drop that Nats vid when Bryce Harper signs with the Yankees. That's what you should do. When all that money, when that truck of money goes.
Actually, it'll probably be the Cubs, but
you think the Cubs are going to back up the Brinks for Bryce Harper?
Yeah, I mean Harper's not a national anymore. Bryce Harper goes for the highest bidder, and I don't think the Nationals want to throw that money. I think they're tired of it.
No, they are tired of him. They're tired. Like, what asshole bats 200 in a contract year? You know, like, and then
He got better as the season progressed. Like
Still.
the problem with the Nationals was like the pitching was rock solid, then their shit, and once their hitting got back into action, their starting pitching fell apart. That's what happened.
Well, they needed Bryce Harper to bat 330 and hit 38 bombs in order to make the playoffs, and he just didn't. And that's
That whole division was the Nationals to lose.
Yeah.
Like there was no way they should have pissed away that division.
No, they should not have.
For as good as Atlanta was, they weren't ready for the postseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Acuna is just too young. The moment was too big.
They're about a year ahead of schedule for me, but they just weren't ready.
You ever notice that?
It was like one of those things. It's like, okay, we'll soak it in. We'll have our win. We competed better than the Rockies and the Indians, but still.
Sometimes a team will arrive a year ahead of schedule and then never get to where they're supposed to be. You know, sometimes it happens that way. Beast of Metal 1989. By the way, Steve, appreciate you too, by the way. Beast of Metal 1989. What changes would you give the Steelers any chance of getting out of the four-wheel skid of drama and underachievement?
At this rate, for me, with the Steelers, you got to cut everything out that's cancerous. That's the only way, but unfortunately, it's going to be a lot of your big name guys. Like, you got to get rid of Ben. You got to get rid of Bell. You got to get rid of Brown. You got to get rid of, like, Tomlin, Colbert. You just got to do a full clean. And it doesn't, I mean, unfortunately, when you get rid of cancer, you even get rid of some of the healthy tissue around it, so you make sure it doesn't spread. And unfortunately, that's what they got to do. It sucks, but they don't have a choice. And the sad part is they're not going to do it. Because let's face it, I mean, the Steelers are too content with, like, you know, their old traditions. They're comfort with, like, we've only had 3 coaches in 50 years. We believe in our own systems. We do things the right way. We don't don't negotiate extensions with in the middle of the season. Like, they're very stubborn. And unfortunately, the NFL is revolving around. So if they're not careful, they're turning into another Cowboy.
Yeah, they're going to be stubborn. I know that. But it's very sobering what you're saying. You're saying to blow up a team that has been very successful for, a decade.
The problem is, do you think they make it to the Super Bowl?
No, they're
not. That's the problem.
No. And they've got, just like
with that D, I don't see it.
No. It wasn't there last year. They got shit on by Blake fucking Bortles in a playoff game.
I mean, last year you could see it coming from a mile away. Like, if you actually paid attention, the 13-3 record was really deceiving. Like, a lot of wins were just like at the last moment being bailed out by high-end talent.
Right. Or the Browns guy just missing the ball like right through his fucking hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Steelers are in a lot of trouble. Don't feed Phil. Rutgers did beat number 2 South Florida in 2007. That seems so long ago, but I remember that the kid Grothy and Rutgers, Greg Schiano was the coach, and then he was probably paying players. And then Jacob Lewis, what should the 49ers do to the offseason? I think what they should do in the offseason is keep Jimmy G away from porn stars. Is to just, hey, Jimmy, can you just bag some local strange? Do you have to bag porn stars? Because apparently if you're seen with one, you tear your ACL or your shoulder or your forearm. That's what happens. So
Jesus God.
Stay away from the porn stars, Jimmy. And yes, Boston mid-4 is up 3-2. Yeah, Boston's going to win this fucking World Series. That's what's going to happen. They're going to get out quick. They're going to go back to LA with a 2-0 lead. Is what's going to happen.
I still see Boston in 6.
I think it's 5. Will Notre Dame survive Navy from James Amadei injury free? That Navy always plays Notre Dame tough.
Navy plays everyone tough.
They do. And those guys are playing literally for free. Actually, they are paid. See, that the system works, because if you're in the Navy Academy, you actually get paid to be there. It's the opposite of sports. You're actually in the fucking military. But, yeah, Navy's going to play motherfuckers hard. I don't know. Notre Dame is decent this year. It's starting to look like, okay, who's getting in this playoff? Right? I know one team that's not. Ohio fucking State. Yep. All right.
They got mauled by Purdue, man.
Yeah.
Got wrecked.
I loved how Purdue played that game, too. The speed, the jet sweep. But Ohio State looked like kids trying to defend the jet sweep. This is a team, Purdue, that's gotten beat. You know, I was thinking about this. Do you think that Purdue ran different plays in the weeks ahead? Like they knew that their season was fucked and they circled Ohio State and were like, we're going to give them 2 weeks of film of just us doing shit. And then we're going to run the jet sweep so they don't know what the fuck is happening. Like, or is that something they've been doing all fucking year and Ohio State just couldn't stop it? Because they destroyed them. They bent their shit over. All right, KTO somehow is on the stream. Why don't you jump on, KTO? You can just jump in the Discord if you want.
Probably he's just low key. He's just chilling.
I know he's probably as high as I am. OBJ to Browns. Hear me out. Okay, he's setting up the scenario. Jarvis and him played back in college. Yes. Could you imagine at LSU? Who was the quarterback? Matty Mock. Their wide receiver coach in college is the Browns wide receiver coach, and Baker is greater than Eli. All right, we're gonna have to fight next time I see you, KTO.
Yeah, I don't see OBJ working well in Cleveland. He needs a place with structure. And Cleveland has not shown me in any way that they have organizational structure.
They did valiantly come back to get their, fifth overtime loss of the year or whatever, fifth overtime game.
Yeah, because Tampa Bay sucks. That was – I spent more time laughing at that game than I did,
Yeah. I think OBJ is not going to be moved just because he just signed that huge contract. He's going to be a Giant for a long time unless – what is Cleveland going to give the Giants for that albatross of a contract and –
you're going to have to. I mean, the Giants are going to want at least.
Right. They might demand
They're going to want a Khalil Mack type of
right. Team. Yeah. You would have to sell your draft for OBJ. You would have to give up a first and a second for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look at what Amari Cooper. I mean, if Cooper can get a first round pick, OBJ can get you too.
Yeah. But, the other GMs around the league are like, wait a minute. You traded with the Cowboys? No. Right?
Because Jerry Jones is an idiot.
Right. You think that sets the value?
Leads to disaster, man.
Right. You think just because some asshole paid $2 million for that piece of shit, we're gonna trade with you? Fuck you. That's what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm.
Well, now you set the bar even higher now because somebody gets desperate. They think oh, I can sell this for blah blah blah. It's the rules of the market.
Yeah.
Same thing with that contract. Somebody gives a ridiculous contract, and now they're like, I want that instead of what I had earlier.
Yeah, it's true. That's what Le'Veon Bell is doing. Plus, he's making wonderful raps, by the way. Anyways, thanks, KTO, for the Snapchat, even though you could just text me that. You just text it to me. But
yeah, that would just be like a random argument. I'd be like, what the fuck are you two even going on about?
All right, Mustard Bus. I like this comment, too. So that reputation that Cam Newton falls apart when things aren't going his way, about that. Well, remember, they were down 17-0. They were in a hole 17-0 because Cam Newton was playing like shit up until the fourth quarter. But
I blame that more on the Philly defense than Cam Newton.
I watched a little bit of that game. Cam, he makes the throws. He does things. I think the knock on Cam is he's not as pretty as Pat Mahomes when he does it. He's not as gracious as Aaron Rodgers when, graceful when Aaron Rodgers does it. But Cam, man, he is a gifted athlete. He's have you ever seen a guy that's 240, that big with that big of an arm? The only problem with Cam is his head, but
he can't stay focused. When he's focused, he's one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was just lasered in. For those final drives. He wasn't celebrating, he wasn't cocky. He was just like, okay, here's my vision.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like tunnel vision. It's like, fuck it. I'm going to make this team their bitch and they're going to like it. And that
Yeah.
D played like fucking shit.
Yeah.
You have a 98% win probability with like 7 minutes left. You fucking blew.
Yeah, the Eagles, the Panthers had a lot of things go right. Their defense really stepped up in those last coming minutes, and to watch EDP just fucking lose his shit, that was worth every minute of that collapse. Like,
That's the only good thing about Philly, like falling to
Mhm.
shit, is like, like EDP, like giving out gold,
right
like broadcasting outside Area 51.
in Arizona, in some fucking waste, like nuclear waste facility. I think that's why
Yeah.
he's so fucking crazy, is he's been irradiated by gamma rays, like. And he's not going to become a fucking superhero. He's a
Yeah.
superhero of shit posting and wiping his ass. But anyways, the squid. Do you think Michigan makes the playoff? Oh, the door's open. Door is really
Yep. I
open for
mean, it opened with
Michigan.
Ohio State.
Yeah. They got to beat, they still got to
And you
beat
got to
Ohio
beat Penn
State.
State.
Right. I don't
Got
know
to
if
beat
they,
Ohio State.
yeah. They don't run that type of Gus Malzahn offense, though, that Purdue ran against Ohio State that they clearly had trouble with, but they better look into it. So,
They did dominate Michigan State. Like, I mean, the score was deceiving there. They just like smoked them.
yeah, they did smoke them. I'll be smoking them. McAdurp's Connecticut, Steel Punch. McAdurp's Connecticut Middle School is greater than the Buffalo Bills. Yeah.
Well, if they keep starting Derek Anderson, then yes. How's that for a blast from the past? Derek goddamn Anderson starting a game in 2018.
Didn't he start the playoff game between the Browns and the Steelers? That was Derek Anderson.
No, that was 2004. 2007, I think they missed or like lost on tiebreaker.
So, but Derek Anderson was the quarterback of the Browns at one point.
Yep, the 07 Browns.
Yeah.
Won
How did
10
they
and
do?
6, and they missed the playoffs that year.
Oh, that's why I'm thinking of Derek Anderson. They were actually decent that year.
You were thinking of, I think, Kelly Holcomb. I think
Yes,
that's the guy.
Kelly Holcomb if you got him. That's it. Tucker White 94. Tucker White. I wonder if he likes to fish. Hi everyone. I'm Tucker White. Is that a NASCAR
Kentucky
picture?
could win the SEC East. How do they blow it?
How do they blow it? Well, they got to play Georgia, right?
Let me double check. Let me take a look.
Yes, you look that up. While I solve this equation.
I'm paying attention to Kentucky football. Okay, yep, they play Georgia. They play Missouri. They're always like a weird out though.
Yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, then Louisville. Like, so they've got like a bit of a soft schedule after Georgia. These next two games are going to be crucial.
I don't see Georgia losing again until the SEC championship game because LSU put the working on them, man. And now Georgia's pissed. But Georgia, I think, is overrated. They hang out in the SEC East, and they got a reality check when LSU came to town. That Eddie Orgeron, man, they don't know what they're doing, man. The water boy. We gonna run right around. Wasn't he in the water boy at Orgeron?
Ed Orgeron.
Yeah.
Flowers for Orgeron.
Yes. That nice literary reference right there. So, but in
It's
flowers
probably
for
been done before.
but in flowers for Orgeron, he just stays stupid the whole time. He never gets there's no intelligent first person. It's just we're gonna run pitch right. That's right.
Right.
That's right. It's in Ed Orgeron's dialect the whole time. I can tell you were in the gifted classes, by the way. You just probably didn't pay attention like me. This is me at school every day.
Right. Maybe. I don't know.
This is me at school.
East of Metal 1989 for $5 whole reduce. EDP is probably a victim of Harrison Ford's microwave missions. I feel like he might have been in the fridge with the nuke, but he couldn't fit in the fridge. So he's dealing with the crazy radiation. And that's what makes him so crazy.
Yes.
I can see that.
So apparently it wasn't like some random doxing where YouTube just took him out. He read the letter that he got from them where it said, that he had 2 previous strikes. So he did have.
Yeah, and then the third strike took him down.
Yeah, third strike did him in. But, like, it's scary, though, that they could fucking delete your shit at any time.
Oh, yeah, that's what YouTube does, man. YouTube doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I deleted that one channel. What? You have 1 million subs? You know, there's like 30,000 channels that have 1 million subs. So who gives a fuck about you?
At least a couple thousand. It's like, fuck you. I don't give a shit.
Right.
I'm like number 80,000 in terms of like rank for subscribers.
No, you're in the top.
Shit if I get deleted. It's like,
No,
wow.
you're in
Where
the
you gonna
top
go? Fucking
40,000.
Daily Motion, fucking Blip.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Instagram,
VidMe.
TV.
2 of those sites are already shut down.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Vimeo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. YouTube is definitely
it's like either YouTube or you're irrelevant. That's the problem.
I guess you could get on Twitch, you know.
If you game.
All right, Phil Michaels, this is a great
I'm not
question.
exactly a gaming channel. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
A couple times I've gamed, like I was just so caught up with super chats that I sucked.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for. I'm not like a passionate gamer. Like when I play NHL, like I'm so into the game. Like I couldn't talk. I couldn't imagine giving me a play-by-play of the game and it being any good. Like I don't think people would watch that.
I mean, it's different. It's a different skill set for streaming and doing what we do.
Right. And you have to be good on top of that. Like you have to be so good you can run your mouth and beat people the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, like if you fucking suck, they don't give a shit. It's like, oh, you fucking suck.
Right.
Why am I watching this?
Phil Michaels, will you ever get EDP on the stream? He posted on his community tab his actual real Twitter account versus apparently all the Twitters on the site were fake. And there was one with 120K and he had no idea that it was a fake Twitter. Kind of like your Instagram community that you didn't start.
Yeah, like the fake Instagram.
Yeah.
I tried signing up with my own email and somebody used it already. So
somebody used your email.
Yeah, the urinatingtree@gmail.com. Somebody used that.
It's probably you, but how would they verify it? Like,
I don't know. I'd have to probably see like a lost password, maybe. Check it. They don't care. It's fucking Instagram.
Yeah, who cares? But at the same time, people were PayPaling the fake EDP's money, and then he posted what his real Twitter is. So I'll probably wait a little while before I ask him. You know, hey, do you want to come on this shit show? He's been on Tosh.0. So
yeah, he's been on like big time telly.
Right. He was on Tosh.0.
Real deal, son.
Yeah. He would not come on this show, but we can ask. We can always ask. Don't feed Phil. Do my Florida Gators have a chance to be top 5 or number 6? Let's see. Florida Gators. Football. How good have they been? They've got to win the SEC East. They're first in the SEC East. They're 6-1. They're looking all right. Yeah, I mean, they could break the top 5 for sure. They could even make the playoffs. They got Georgia this weekend in the world's largest.
You got to beat Georgia if you have any chance.
Where is this game? Is this game in Jacksonville? Tell me, is it in Jacksonville?
Done.
Watch on CBS. I don't know. At Everbank Field, yeah. That's Jacksonville, right? Yeah.
I think Florida is close to Jacksonville, I want to say.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville. TIA Bank. So they're playing in the world's largest outdoor cocktail party, and it's going to be on, is what it is. And if Florida wins that game, which I don't think they will.
They'll be the best team in Jacksonville right now.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Damn, them fighting words right there. Their quarterback's better than Blake Bortles. How does he just suck?
Because Blake Bortles is a meme, and they gave him money because of 4 good games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, as I said earlier, you can thank the Steelers for that one, because if he didn't torch that god-awful D, he's not in Jacksonville.
You're right. Florida really hadn't played nobody. Hold on. Oh, they beat LSU. Okay, well, that. But they did lose to Kentucky, so that puts them down. And they just got to beat Georgia. They just got to beat Georgia. They don't really have anybody ranked after that. So if you don't beat Georgia, you're fucked. The Squid. EDP 455 is not the shit poster we deserve, but the shit poster we need. No, he is the shit poster we deserve. And the
Dark
shit
Knight
poster we need. Yes. He's a hero. He's a hero. Let's see if there anything we didn't get to. We already made it an hour. Oh, that's CP3 fight.
I want to say the Lakers Rockets brawl we didn't get to.
Correct. So Rajon Rondo is like going on the media telling everybody, you know, hey, CP3 is a bad guy. Tell us something we don't know. CP3 is a piece of shit. Like,
he's a bad man.
Yes, he is a bad man. He got run out of
making $40 million.
Right. He bitched and moaned until he got traded out of New Orleans. He got traded to the Lakers, and it was so dirty the league had to fucking cancel that deal. And then he got sent to the Clippers, and apparently he treats...
And the Lakers are still feeling like a conspiracy.
Yeah. And apparently he treats everyone like shit, this CP3 character. And then, and he's a false leader on the basketball court. Like, he's not about winning, and it showed. Unfortunately, they probably would have beat Golden State last year in Game 7 if his little bitch ass didn't get hurt. But that's karma. And
that's always karma, man.
Yes. But yeah, I don't think players should be fighting on the court either. It's basketball. Their fights are hilarious, you know?
Malice in the Palace.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've never seen basketball. The only time a punch ever connected was when Rudy Tomjanovich got punched in the face. I've never seen actual punches, like real good punches, connect in a basketball fight. Even when the Knicks brawled with the Heat, no one actually got hit, even though punches were...
Well, at least it's better with baseball. It's just like, I mean, baseball, they just sit there and talk for like 10 minutes. Every once in a while, they'll try and pretend to go for each other.
Yeah, like Alex Rodriguez and Jason Varitek, and he's clearly saying, fuck you, you know, to Varitek. And then all that was done was, I think Varitek picks him up like wrestling style and just put him down. And that was it. Yeah, but I don't understand how basketball players are even worse at fighting. Hockey players always connect. Like, there's just... like, for as much as I hated Tanner Glass, he used to light people's faces up like a middleweight boxer, and I'd be like, holy shit, that dude can fight his ass off. There's other guys like that in the league that fuck people up. Who else is a good scrapper in the league? Scott Hartnell was one for a long time until his brain got
Hartnell was a dirty little bitch.
What?
I mean, you can argue Tom Wilson, maybe.
Yeah, Tom Wilson can scrap.
Tom Wilson.
Gosh,
I'd
love to fight him and heel hook him.
Oh, I think we all would. I think we just like randomly just do a little elbow to the face. That could work.
Just as he's walking by, you know. Austin Haywood. This is probably gonna be the last Snapchat, guys. So don't. We've already done an hour of time. We got over 200 tonight, which I'm impressed by. Yeah.
Oh, 200 viewers. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean.
Not $200.
It's not bad.
No. Yes. It's growing, man. It's growing.
Yeah,
Austin Haywood.
I did a little thing on the community tab, so that might have helped a little.
Yeah. Got a little boost. Do you believe in Notre Dame to win it all? Or are they going to collapse like a scissor lift? Ooh.
I hope Notre Dame collapses.
Ooh.
Notre Dame is going to be fucking insufferable if they win. You know how they already are insufferable? Just saying, man.
That's a dirty one right there, Haywood. That one's below the belt. Or do they collapse like a scissor lift? That's a nice Brian Kelly reference. A student died.
Yep, because Brian Kelly's a piece of shit.
Yeah, Brian Kelly's a fucking goddamn piece of shit. He's not just a piece of shit. Speaking of pieces of shit, Chris Pronger for $1.99 from William Weiss. No, I thought...
Are the Coyotes still technically paying him under contract, or that expired?
So
I want to say it expired.
No, I think it's forever. It's like 19 years, but it's just dead cap. He's listed as a player, but I think it's a formality. But they might be making deferred payments. I have no idea, but I think that he is on an official roster. Like, he has to be on the roster to collect that money. And I
remember when he was like on a couple like NHL games, like NHL 12, NHL 13, where he'd be a playable guy.
Yeah. Well, he had a gold card in NHL 17, I think Chris Pronger did. And they already modeled him out, so they're like, we'll copy and paste this one in there. I think Mark Savard had a card, Frederick Nielsen, no, Franzen, Jacob Franzen.
Franz.
Yeah.
Jacob Franzen, Zetterberg's going to be in that.
Yep.
Now.
Pavel Datsuk is on the
Marian Hossa.
Yep, Hosa's
David Bolin.
Yep. This is like a NHL
Clarkson.
player graveyard.
Nathan Horton.
Yep. All right. Do you have any parting shots? The Red Sox are going to win this World Series, so that's my parting shot.
Maybe, man.
Yeah.
It's tied. Red Sox are advancing-ish.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's still 3-2, I think, right?
Yeah, runners on second and third, though.
For the Dodgers. And Manny's up. He'll strike out. He fucking sucks.
Yeah, still 3-2, but runners on second and third with one out.
Kind of a beast, that Manny guy.
Then Max Muncy's going to hit like a dinger because that's all he does is hit the dingers.
Let's wait till this at-bat's over. How many outs? 1 out. All right, just tell me what happens.
All right, it's a bit of a weak feed. I mean, Sale's out.
Oh,
Matt
Matt Barnes.
2.
Yeah.
Foul ball.
Foul ball. All right. What's the count? 1 and 2. And now the wind up.
I'm just looking at this like people want No Cubs No on like iTunes and Spotify. It's like, what the fuck?
that
just like throw it up for free. Like, I mean, I'd be spineless if I charged like $1 for it. It'd be bullshit.
Dude, that song is hilarious. Do these people not know how to download something off of YouTube and extrapolate? I guess they don't. But
well, it's also there's background shit in it. That's the only thing.
No Cubs,
because
no.
Background music from background from like the baseball games. It's the only thing.
Wild pitch apparently, and the game is tied.
Yep.
Wow.
Game's tied. Ground ball with a runner on third still.
Oh wait.
And with Max Muncy.
What happened? What happened with Machado? Did he ground out?
Yep, grounded out the first.
Oh, the Yahoo's saying it was a wild pitch. I'm like, what? That's weird. All right. Let's wrap this stream up because I got shit to do tomorrow. I've got a stadium critique. I'm doing the top 25 stadiums, college football stadiums. It's gonna be real fun.
There you go, sir.
Gonna be real fun. Stadium critique. All right. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you assholes made it to the end of this stream. Thanks everyone for watching and contributing. Love you guys.
Peace.
Later. Peace.